Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Grand rising, everybody. Thank you for coming in and popping in and sharing with us this Turn Up Tuesday. This is another edition of the Morning Mac Show. Baby, and I am tired as hell. I feel like I've been out on the date, beat up, and some more. Woo! Today is Turn Up Tuesday, right? Let me get right to it. Molly Moss, Sea Moss. Molly, I'm running low. I need some, please. Hurry up. I need some more sea moss. I'm tired. I need a boost and rejuvenate my body and my energy. Give me the tea and the lemonade and throw in a couple of them pops and some smoothies. And yeah, go ahead and give me I don't know if I want the purple one, but go ahead and give me the gold sea moss. I can put it in my coffee and my tea, because this is the time for it, and I'm gonna tell you why. But for a limited time, you can get this book, Shades of Blue, and Molly Moss Sea Moss. Woo, woo! For a limited time, people, if you buy both of these together, you save $10. So if y'all ain't got my book, you need to go get it because it's good. It's on Audible. You can download it. You can get it from the Apple Store. You can even order it from Walmart. Just get the daggone book, people. Support my business. Support the book. Support so I can release the next book. I can't open my other book, or if I can't move this book. Now, I'm telling you guys, once you read it, you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to be looking for that next book. So tell a friend, tell a foe, tell everybody, tell a phone, but tell everybody about this book, and let's start getting this virus moving like the Rona. And speaking of Rona, you're going to need both of these things. I don't know if you guys know, but it never gone nowhere. So I can't say, don't call it a comeback, because it's been here for years. It's been here, but the hospitals are getting a uptick again because you're getting too daggone freaking comfortable. Turn up Tuesday at home and in the club or whatever. We don't need you turned up in the damn hospital, or you getting sick and come to the club, make everybody else sick. Turn up Tuesday. Wear your mask. Sanitize your hand. We got to do this bullshit again because you don't freaking listen. It's nothing ain't gone nowhere. Still use the Lysol. Still use the hand sanitizer. Still wash our hands, you nasty mofos. Hawaii is being hit with an uptick all the way in Hawaii. Oh, y'all going there vacation. Oh, the band is living. The band is living. Cover your mouth when you cough. When you in a group setting, when you around people, cover your daggone mouth. I don't need to hear your calls and your sneezes and your projectile stuff. People got to be mindful. They was, oh, this is the summer cold or these allergies. No, it's the Rona. It's the Rona, bitch. It's the Rona. And we ain't trying to get it. We trying to be healthy, wealthy, and wise here on the Morning Max Show. Okay? Healthy, wealthy, and wise. See this? See Moss, shades of blue. I'm trying to tell you. Do something nice for yourself in your life. Woo! Well, after all this morning jargon and rhetoric, let's say good morning to my morning panel. So far, we got the Beast in here. Beast one, that's my man. 100 grand. You know what, Beast? I love you. So you 1,000 grand. You not 100 grand. You 100,000 grand. How about you, my $1 million baby? Good morning, Beast.
I drunk way too much last night.
Yeah, you were so drunk that I got drunk watching you.
Yeah, I'm good. This is the reason why I stopped drinking.
This is
But
okay,
you know,
baby. Okay.
I woke up this morning. I wanted to say hi. Come in for good time, not a long time. I'm about to get back
Y'all
in this
gotta
damn
stay
bed.
in with me. It's not fair that you
Look,
get to go to sleep.
I'm about to drink this water, and I'm about to get my ass in the bed and try to recuperate. Cause
that's what I gotta do. And let's bring Kiani in. Kiani was supposed to come in. We got to get him on the show, Beast. Good morning, Kiani. Is Kiani here? Wait a minute. Kiani. Good morning, Kiani.
Good morning, everybody.
He sound like you was over Beast's house last night with us. Woo, don't he, Beast?
They do. I did write a new set last night though.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
My drunk ass wrote some shit. I woke up this morning with the pad in my hand and shit. I was like, the hell?
Wait a
I
minute.
started reading it. I was like, damn, this is good shit.
Oh, okay, it was actually good shit while you okay. Because I was like, was you writing Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear and Fuzzy Wuzzy have no hair? You wasn't writing that, but you was writing real stuff. Okay,
when I started reading it, I remembered it. I was like, damn, this is actually good. All right.
That's how you do. That's how you do. You spit it and hit it and quit it and all of that. But since you only here for a little time, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the show because I got some points that I'm gonna need the Beast reaction and Kiani reaction on. Molly, can you set up the first video and let us roll with it? I have 3 videos I want to share with y'all today. Today is Turn Up Tuesday, and I just want to educate my people. They say that we perish because we have a lack of knowledge. So I feel as though if we know what's going on, then we could know what's going on. Because people are still shocked when I say Biden is not running. He pulled out the race. They was like, "What? When did this happen?" I was like, "Where y'all been? It's on the news. It's on everything. People must be under a rug." And then when I tell people about the Project 25, Amber Rose, all that, they still like, what? So I'm wondering, where are they mind? Where are they at? But they can tell me what's going on at the Diddy mansions and the parties and who was there and what Jaguar Wright was talking about. And I was like, wow. And I was like, you don't know what's going on that's actually is going to affect you down the line. But you tell me what Jaguar Wright said. I'm like, is she a Republican or a Democrat? Let Jaguar talk to the people and tell them, because she got their ears right now. She is influential. Whatever she say, they listening to. So I wanted to share some videos with you guys. Molly, you can set the video up or share it when you're ready. Okay, well, I
fell asleep.
Right. I am tired as hell. Good morning, Slicky. Hi there. Got other things myself. I was tired as I don't know what last night. The show ran late. We ran late. And we were still talking. I don't know what the hell. Woo. When I mean the show last night, we was on Sauce in the City last night. Me, myself, Rodney, Lee, David Green, and Brenda, it's the Brenda Brown hosted game show. So we were on late. Yes, what you say, Keone?
Who won?
We made it to the winner's circle, but watch the recap. So you gonna like the recap when we go through it, because I watched it again last night. So, and we'll talk about that when we'll recap. So, Rodney, make sure you watch it over again too. So it's interesting. But
I don't remember it.
I was in the winner's circle. Let me see. Molly got the videos up here. Let me go. Let me get right to it. Da 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 da. Let me see which one is the right one. Okay, hit share my screen, y'all. Y'all tell me if y'all can see this when y'all get a chance to see this. Okay, so when it's in StreamYard, I gotta get the video first. All right, let me see. Is this? Okay, this is the one. And I go to StreamYard. Y'all didn't see none of that, did y'all?
No, I ain't seen nothing yet.
Okay. And it should go and it should share. Then I go back to view the StreamYard. Then I go here and make it. Okay. And then I go back to the video. Make it play.
Live this Sunday morning, former President Donald Trump has been trying to distance himself during the Republican convention from a plan called Project 2025. The Heritage Foundation, a conservative group, outlined the details of the plan, which include overhauling the federal government. This is what Trump said about it in Michigan. What he said about it yesterday in Michigan.
Like some on the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25.
E.J. Fagan is an assistant producer at the assistant professor at the University of Illinois in Chicago. Joins us to talk more about 2025 Project from Heritage. E.J., good to see you. President Trump claims he doesn't know anything about this, but the people writing this thing, EJ, are, some of them former, Trump associates. So what are we to make of these denials?
Yeah, this is not just former Trump associates. We're talking about very senior level people in the Trump administration, people who play both policy roles in the Trump administration and staffing roles in that administration. The Heritage Foundation previously hadn't hired. There was an outside organization. It hadn't hired people like this to do its policy planning for the next Republican administration. But for the Trump administration, pretty much everybody that was hired to write Project 2025 was a part of the first Trump administration, and I think we should expect them to be a part of the second. And in the first one, Trump implemented more than 60% of the recommendations in that 900-page document. And so I think there's every reason to expect we'll see it again.
What was interesting about this was when I was in Milwaukee over the past couple of days, I actually saw the Republican platform, and it was, it could have been a pamphlet handed out. Project 2025 is 900 pages, and it gets into things like the look of the civil service, which is going to affect a lot of people throughout DMV who work.
How come I haven't seen you?
What are they actually going to do if this were to ever be implemented?
There's 922 pages of policy recommendations. And so there's a lot that they would do. And they're very specific, right? So you read that platform, it's a list of Trump tweets, right? It's direction, it's vibes. It's not promises. It's not, specific things we usually see presidential candidates do. They put out white papers, they write those platforms. The only Republican plan that we have right now for the next administration is Project 2025. And, it's very specific. It's not just, we don't like the Department of Education. It's here's 10 things we can do to, to make the Department of Education much more conservative. Or here's 10 different ways that we can outlaw abortion, or we can fire civil servants.
So, EJ, what's different about this than a traditional transition plan?
Sure. Well, in many ways, it's similar to a traditional transition plan. The Heritage Foundation has done this for every Republican administration, every presidential election since 1980. It's much larger, And it's not just the Heritage Foundation this time. They've assembled a group to help staff the next Trump administration. That's a list of the most far-right organizations in Washington, D.C. It's not former Bush administration officials. It's not people from places like the Chamber of Commerce, the American Enterprise Institute. Right. It's that part, the Trump part of the Republican Party, and they're prepared to give Donald Trump thousands of appointees that he can appoint as soon as he becomes president again, if he becomes president again.
E.J. Fagan is a University of Illinois professor in Chicago. We appreciate you joining us live today on Fox on the Hill.
Tuesday, turning up the heat. Wow. Okay. I just want to ask y'all, Beast and Kiani. Kiani, I heard you make a point. I'm gonna go to Beast and then I'm going to Kiani. Beast, what do you think about what we just saw?
Well, I think Trump just mad. Trump didn't want his manuscript out yet, so he just trying to put himself away from it just in case. But he's gonna follow the same rules. We already know what he's about. So I mean, it ain't like anything is surprising for me.
Exactly right.
When a person show you who they are, believe them. You know what I'm saying? When they tell you who they are and show you who they are, believe them. It ain't.
But a lot of people ain't heard nothing about no 2025 or nothing. Old people, young people, they ain't know nothing about this. And it's funny that he said that he never seen it or whatever because his administration, the last administration, which will be probably this administration, all in there. But I heard Kiani say something. Kiani said, how come I never seen the papers? Because they mentioned the DMV area, right? Kiani, you want to elaborate on that, honey?
You said, what about the papers?
You said, how come you never seen it?
Which paper? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
The 2025, they said they were rolling out and they was putting the paperwork out in the DMV.
Yeah, everything's a scam village. It is funny how he supposed got indicted, no jail time. He is talking like nothing ever happened. So that lets you know it's almost like a movie. This is a real big movie / he's an actor.com because he's an actor. That's what he is. So he's doing a good job. He went from an apprentice to being the president. So, I mean, basically, so if you're a reality star, you can be the president.
Yeah.
And a convicted felon, you can be the president too.
Mm-hmm. So this is a real big joke. It's time to pack your bags. It's time to move, everybody. Because Mrs. Harris, she funny too. I mean, I know Vice President's not going to do much, but she ain't did nothing to help out anybody that I know. I mean, usually you hear something. You don't hear nothing. I mean, if you don't see her, hear nothing. Where has she been that we all shook her hand? At least when Obama was running, we shook his hand. Everything.
People.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a little weird now. Only thing I seen her do was dance at the sorority dance. Seen her dance. The only thing I seen her do. I keep seeing her dance with them crazy legs. That's the only thing I see her do. I seen her do it 3 times.
Well, I know she went over to like some other countries for like diplomatic interests or purpose, and I don't know when the basketball player was like trapped in Russia. She went over there to try to help get her back. I'm sketchy because I haven't heard a lot, but for Kamala doing good, but I haven't heard none of her bad either. So I haven't heard nobody say that she's been indicted on 34 counts or convicted for embezzlement, grabbed anybody crotch or any. I didn't hear any negative press on her.
Yeah, she's a prosecutor though. I mean, you don't hear too much about prosecutor unless we don't hear nothing about prosecutors. All you hear about them taking people to jail and Stuff like that. Most prosecutors are all the same. They all about the book. Throw you under the bus. So I mean, she's a prosecutor, so you don't want to hear too much about them. He's different. I mean, he's a spoiled kid. They got everything he wants. Everything he wants. So that's a big difference. I mean, him and dad bought an apartment every Saturday. He had a building on top of Tiffany's jewelry. He sued the NFL. He owns Omaha Steaks. He owns wineries, golf courses. I mean, that's real big. That's a real big difference.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he has 2 helicopters. He has a jet. I mean, he's on a different level from her. But like I said, she used to just take in the paperwork and say, you know what, send him to jail. So yeah, she remind me the black Judge Judy.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I love Judge Judy, but she is so biased on so much stuff on so many levels. But this is another video I want to share with you guys that people telling me that they didn't see this either. So I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all can see it up there, and let me go ahead and share it with y'all. Listen to this, y'all.
Sorry, I love you. I'm getting in the bed.
All right, peace.
I'll holler at y'all later. I'm sorry.
Hello,
Hey,
my name is Amber Rose. I'm a model and entrepreneur. Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents, whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals. We all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States. Now, you may be wondering why I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician and I don't want to be, but I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies. So I'm here to set the record straight. The first person I knew who supported Donald Trump was my father. I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse. And I believed the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong. So I let go of my fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of getting attacked by the left, and I put the red hat on too. Thank you. Love you too. I never felt more free and more love for my country than I do now. I want to thank my father, who's in the audience tonight, for opening my eyes. He served over 20 years in the U.S. military. Thank you for your service, Dad. Where's he at? I love you, Dad. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. When I met the president and Melania for the first time, he was kind and generous and funny as hell. Very funny. The First Lady was gracious and smart with a smile that will brighten up any room. If you're watching this tonight, you know our country is in trouble. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed. I know I am. And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted. Inflation is out of control. And you know in your heart it was not like this under Donald Trump. My message to you tonight comes from a humble place. The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president. We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates. Yes. Or, as Trump would say, it's a vote to make America great again. Thank you so much. Thank you. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed. I know I am. And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted.
You know, I wanted to stop right there. I wanted to go back so y'all could see her face, and she's saying that with conviction. I don't know if she feel like I feel, because we out here struggling. We real people. We don't have rich people problems. So when I fill up my gas tank, yeah, I'm pissed. When I go to the grocery store, yeah, I'm pissed. But I don't know about the elite. You know, she's up there with people that will, you know, she's not the regular people. She's not the regular. Good morning, funny man Dave Green. I see you yawning, baby. I'm tired too.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I can already tell we're different. She said filling up the tank, because I'm the type of person I will put like $10 in and keep on going until even when the gas light is on or whatever. I'm like, okay, I still got 20 miles or whatever.
Me too.
I can't. The only time that I actually filled up the tank is when, I don't know, something about the gas or something at Sheets. They were doing like $1.77 gas. That's the only time it was. I think it was every Sheets, because I know in Winchester, it was happening. In Cumberland, it was happening. In Kaiser, it was happening everywhere. I think I can't remember what happened or whatever. No, but gas was like $1.77, and like I said, that's the only time that I filled up.
Wow. Okay. In the grocery store. I mean, but still, but when we go to the grocery store, if it's high in our little bit of pockets, and she talk about something, she get mad, and it's high, and she rich. Well, is she rich? She got money. I know she got more money than we do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you know she rich. I mean, her
rich,
baby daddy's Wiz Khalifa.
that's my point. When the rich is complaining about prices and groceries and filling a gas tank up, what do they think that how do you think we feel? At least she could pay for it. We can't afford to do, but she exactly. And then
Reese food stamps.
It's just like she don't get no sympathy. She don't know what she's talking about. She didn't do enough research. And somebody wrote in the comments that she is a token person, because she said, I'm right here with my people. I belong right here. She says that in her speech. She said she had opportunities to elaborate. What she said, she had opportunities to exonerate people of color. She did not. She said, here's a token, and that was from DMV Uncut Live. I know that's right, Uncut Live. That's right. Right on, you sound like Pastor Kendall Clark. Uncut Live. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. And Kiani, what you got to say about Miss Amber Rose and her speech? David said that he wasn't filling up the gas tank. $10 as far as it goes. But somebody
Well, I think she was paid to be up there. Of course, we know how Amber is. She loved the money, which I don't blame her. But yeah, I mean, she worked hard on that speech. But yeah, that was script for sure. I mean, where'd she come from? I mean, we ain't heard nothing from her. She just came out of sudden, looking crazy as hell, looking like a pumpkin.
If you said she was paid to be up there, would you purposely misdirect people for money? If you knew that if these persons go down this alley, they're gonna get jumped and maybe even killed, but would you tell them, go down here, this is a one-way street? Go down here, this is a way out when this is a dead end for money? Would you do that?
No, I'm gonna tell them, don't go down there. They're gonna kill you. I want my money in my account. I'm coming to your address later on when you're home safe. I want to get paid for this. They're trying to take you out. Do you understand? Get out of here. So
David,
we're gonna discuss it at the house. I'm saying, well, do you want them to come and get you? Go ahead and pay me so I can go ahead and go.
So David, could you mislead people, whatever, for money? Because Kiani was saying that she was paid. It's like, what will we do for money?
Right.
How far will we go for money? Commercials? Yeah, is that the same? If she was paid, is that the same? She's doing an acting job. Is that the same, or do you think this is on a different level or something else?
I think it's on a different level. I mean, I do agree. I do believe she was. I do believe that she was paid and everything like that. But I think that she was. I don't know. I mean, just looking at it, it looked like she was like a robot or something. You know what I mean? Like she was like brainwashed or whatever. Like somewhat forced. To do this or whatever. Yeah.
Maybe, because I noticed when she was reading and Trump was nodding his head like, yeah, keep going. She's looking over there at him like, yeah, keep going. She sounded like a robot. So I understand what you're saying about she sounded artificial.
No, Reese, Trump was looking at them boobies. That's what Trump was looking at. He was like, yeah, keep going. Yeah.
Damn, that's what he was looking at. He was looking at the tatas.
Well, three of the tatas, because her head looked like a boob too. So
her head looked like titties.
So he was like,
that you know that was wrong to saying that her titty looked like titties.
Well, I'm sorry, look like a titty. Look like a titty.
Tatas. A titty. Okay, let me. I gotta know one more video.
What was the last thing? Here's a trivia. What was the last thing that Amber Rose was in? I mean, other than this Trump campaign thing, like movie wise, TV shows.
I don't know. That's a good idea. I mean, a good question. What was? I couldn't tell you.
I remember she was in Clueless. I remember she was.
I know she sounds clueless.
Yeah.
So how does she sound clueless? Let me set up my next video. So I know that, but shoot. Boom. Oh goodness. Y'all gonna be ready for this next one. So far, before I start playing it, we talked about today 2025 because some people haven't even heard of it, didn't know what I was talking about. So I just wanted to update some people. So if y'all haven't, Project 2025, it's like the plans that they put together and they did. They said that it was done by the Trump administration, the last administration. So he know all about it, and it's basically talking about breaking apart, doing away with the government, doing away with a lot of laws and everything. And it's if it goes through, it would definitely change what we know today. You know, far as laws, rights, benefits, working in the class and everything. All I'm saying to the people, they're talking about Kamala Harris and they're talking about Trump too, right?
Right.
I haven't heard anything bad about Kamala like I have Trump. So you got two people, you got two products. One, you got all of these cancerous and they lies and all these cover up. And the other one, it was quiet that you ain't heard nothing about or don't know much about, right? Which one would you buy? That's all I'm asking. So let me go ahead and play the video. I just want my people to think. All people of color and everything. I want people to think. But let me go ahead and share this. Tell me what y'all think about this. Okay.
Well, joining me now, our good friend, president of the National Action Network and host of Politics Nation, Reverend Al Sharpton. As usual, my friend, in your car, getting ready to come to work. But we're glad to see you, Rev. Look, that comment about black jobs from Trump, it's got a lot of people talking. Then, by the way, the guy goes and doubles down at his rally on Friday in Virginia. I mean, take a listen to this. Again, here it is.
They're taking the black jobs, people that have had their jobs for a long time are losing their jobs, and Hispanic jobs, people that have had them for a long time, they're losing their jobs. And you know who else is the biggest loser? Is going to be the unions.
What is Trump inferring there?
It is the most racist statement that he's made in the last 3 days, because he's made them a long time before that. You've got to remember, Donald Trump said black jobs, and he talks about how blacks relate to him because of his mugshot. So he has criminalized blacks, saying that we relate to mugshots because we are innately criminal, even though, yes, we have fought criminal justice system unfairly. He's always been on the other side, like what he did with the Central Park case. But what he won't discuss here is the people prosecuting him in New York and Georgia are black prosecutors that we voted to get in office. So that's not the system. It's those of us that rebelled against the system and got black prosecutors in. Now he tries to say black jobs. What jobs are black? What are the kind of jobs that migrants, illegal migrants, are getting here? Mostly jobs that most American citizens, including blacks, were not trying to do. And maybe somebody ought to tell Mr. Trump that this is the 21st century. We have blacks now that are CEOs in major corporations. We have black billionaires, all the way down to people that work every day in labor jobs that are everyday jobs. But a black job has never been monolithic since slavery, or at least since Jim Crow. So it shows you the mentality of Donald Trump when it comes to blacks. We're either not legal because we're criminals, we like mugshots, or we do labor that migrants can come in and take over right away. Both of them are absolutely offended racially, which is why, as much as I was concerned about Joe Biden's performance the other night, I was very upset when one or two questions he seemed to not be able to get to his answer. I'm more concerned about all the things Donald Trump did answer.
And let's get to Biden's lackluster performance during the debate.
Okay. I'm gonna pause right there so we can talk about what we said before we get into Biden's lackluster performance. I'm showing both. I'm telling people what people won't say. I'm not covering up anything. I'm exposing the right and the left wing, because right wing, left wing, they're all the same bird, you know. And people be like, "Oh no, this is not true." I got feedback. Hello. Okay.
Go
ahead, funny man.
I mean, I'm going a little off topic, but Al Sharpton needs to stop losing weight. You see mostly head than body, but am I lying? I mean, pretty soon he's just going to just like disappear, just be nothing but head. But
what was he saying? Did you agree with what he was saying? Was he telling the truth, or was he using more propaganda? Was he paid to say that?
I mean, I somewhat agree when, you know, I mean, when we was talking about black jobs and I didn't hear the part about the mugshots.
Well, see, he's talking about when Donald Trump said that black people relate to him now because now he got a criminal mugshot.
Oh.
Why does that make us relate to him? Because he got that part I find offensive and racist.
Oh yeah.
You know, that ain't gonna make us. That's crazy. Keanu, what you got to say about that?
Yeah, he right. First on Al Sharpton, he looked like one of those pelican birds. He looking crazy. I mean, I don't know what to say. But yeah, Donald Trump, I mean, we can clearly tell he don't have it all. He don't have it all. I mean, he don't know what he talking about. He talk about turkey sandwiches and then Hillary Clinton. And they talk about black jobs. First off, that let you know that he grew up in a racist family.
Yeah.
Where the black jobs at? I was asking Donald, where the fucking black, I'm sorry, where the black jobs, Donald Trump? Where all the black jobs at? Matter of fact, all the jobs should be black. That's what he messed up at. He just said all the jobs are black. We took the people land. We took everything they got. We killed the women. We raped the women. Everything should be ours. I don't know why you're even living like this. We all should be living in castles. I should be at your house in limousine. Should be my house in limousine. Everybody in trouble. Look how she looking at this lady right here. She look like a mess. Even the lady right here, the news lady, her Al Sharpton both look a mess. Everybody look a mess up there. Amber Rose look a mess. But Amber Rose, you pretty, but you look like Indy and I read the light skin version. What the hell what did you do to your hair? I thought it was Dennis Rodman's little sister. I don't know what's going on in America no more. It's not in America no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, this right here is a circus.
That's what it seems like. Good morning, Brenda Brown. Well, I'm gonna dive into some more. Oh, let me read these comments. Somebody said
Sharpton is a sellout.
Can you see it, David?
Yeah.
What is Getting Black? What it's saying?
It says Trump is a racist idiot, and so was Biden. Killer Kamala or something.
Killer Kamala.
Killer Kamala. Then it says you can't get a limo with a job. And then
get a limo with a job.
Amber Rose can't sing though. Shoot, I'll make her hit high notes. Shoot.
You can get a limo with a job. You can drop people off again. Who said that? Of course you can. You can rent the limo out for parties.
Those are all color jobs because I've seen all color people Uber. We need rides.
Yeah.
Let me just get back into the video, see what else they saying. Boom.
because you know it's got many Democrats. It's got a couple major newspaper editorials calling on him to step aside. You're familiar with the campaign. And before I ask this question, let me just say I've been asking it in the 2.5 hours preceding our conversation that I've been on the air, and not a one has said that it's likely he will step aside. Do you join that group? Do you think he should not step aside?
I think that he certainly, unless there's some things that we don't know health-wise, and I don't believe there are, should not step aside, and he should not be forced to step aside because he had a bad debate. I ran in 2024. People have bad debates. I think that it was alarming, but I don't think it was disqualifying. And I just flew back into New York. I preached this morning in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. This is in North Carolina. Those people in that church are not talking to me when we were in and out about Joe Biden or to pull out. They were more offended on Donald Trump acting like every problem in America is because the migrants came across the border. Oh, so when you're dealing with addressing a pandemic that he mishandled, the migrants caused that? The people that died because of his mishandling, the migrants caused that? Do we have a problem at the border? Absolutely. But we can't blame everything that came across the border with record unemployment under Donald Trump. Generally, and black unemployment was not caused by the explosion at the border. It was the explosion when his administration would not let Dr. Fauci and other people do what needed to be done in a timely way.
Okay, which begs this question then, because recent NBC News polling shows 87% of black voters backed President Biden in 2020. That support has slipped now to 71%. Why is the president losing the support of black voters? Do you believe those poll numbers?
I don't believe those poll numbers, and I think that those poll numbers will change. The more blacks start hearing about black jobs, the more they understand Donald Trump's record. Let me explain something to you. You know that I've been involved on the front lines for decades, and particularly in New York, his hometown. Donald Trump has never supported blacks in a fight against criminal justice. He was always on the other side. He called for the execution of 5 innocent young black and brown men. So people are not going to be fooled once the message is out there. And I think, again, you can look at the polls in 2020. They were up and down about black voters. At the end of the day, how many black votes did he get? And he rolled out a bunch of black luminaries and black people that were in sports and all that. People are not going to get offended. I cannot tell you the amount of people that I know in National Action Network and our chapters around the country that were outright offended. I'm talking about even black Republicans when they said that blacks relate to my mugshot. One, because he's calling us criminals, and two, it's black DAs that's prosecuting him. Willis in Atlanta and Alvin Bragg in New York. What is he talking about?
Yeah, well, please, that's rhetorical because I can't possibly answer that. Let me ask you this, though. It has to be more from the Biden campaign than just saying Donald Trump doesn't work for you and here's why. What is the message Joe Biden needs to deliver to black voters that will inspire them to stick with him?
I think that you're right. I think he's tried to deal with some of it the other night. But it needs to be more concise, and he needs more validators to do it. We have the lowest black unemployment numbers in the history of this country. We've never had black unemployment where it is now. Still higher than whites, but it's lower than it's ever been. When he talks about how he has given more money, 4 times more money to HBCUs than Donald Trump tried to brag about what he did. When you deal with the wealth gap between blacks and whites has narrowed under Joe Biden more than we've seen any president in the last few decades. When you look at the fact that black women and white women wealth gap is almost equal now, he has delivered in terms of real data stuff to the black community. It just needs to get out there. And if you compare that, let's remember when we talk about this, if you compare that to Donald Trump, don't ever forget the largest civil rights case in the last 2 decades was George Floyd. Donald Trump was president under George Floyd. He would not support the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act. He called the family, never said he denounced what happened to George. They felt that he wasn't listening to them. He was president then. And the only action he took was he went and had the Secret Service and security move protesters from in front of a church across the street from the White House. And rather than say we need to deal with police reform, he denounced the marches and said if the looting starts, the shooting starts. He had every opportunity to show he understands blacks' pain with George Floyd, the highest profile case we've had in 20 or 30 years. He was on the other side of that.
Okay, Reverend Al Sharpton, I thank you for our conversation. As always, my friend, you.
Hey there, MSNBC fans. I'm Luke Russert, and be sure.
Wow, that was a lot. Did you hear him say when the looting starts?
When the looting starts, the shooting starts. Yeah.
I mean, and if y'all remember, that was said. It was said. It was on the Black Lives Matter protest. And a lot of that Black Lives Matter stuff, I don't know if you know, because I was down there with it during that time, when we was marching peacefully during the day. Something happened at night. I know when I went home, other people came out. And I'm not saying these were not the people that was out there marching. These are not the same people. It's like a different group of people tagged in, and they did whatever. They was spray paint. Did y'all see the video with the two white girls spray painting a business with Black Lives Matter? We had the Starbucks cup in their hand and tagging videos, but black people was getting blamed for that. They was in there, these extremists, I don't know, antagonists and people or whoever, but there was a bunch of people doing a lot of looting and stuff. And people think it was people of color doing all that looting, but it wasn't. It's like, it was like, I don't know what switched off. Did they want to make it seem like that it was that violent, and it wasn't no riot going on. Didn't nobody get it. He used tear gas and rubber bullets to clear back protesters from around the church, because I saw that. And then he had the Bible, holding the Bible up, and he had the Bible upside down. Do y'all remember that? What was that supposed to symbolize? What was that supposed to that part I don't know. And when Al Sharpton made a point back when the was that South Central 5, he was putting up the money to have the boys executed. Yes, he did. Y'all go back and do your research on that. Now, this is my question. If you was a racist back in the day, can you not be a racist today? If you was prejudiced, if I was prejudiced 20 years ago, or 30 years ago, am I still prejudiced today? I mean, have so much, can I say so much change that I still don't feel that way? Can people really change their mind?
I think they can change their mind, but they still have the thought in the back of their mind. Or what, you know what I mean? Like a good example, you know what I mean? Around here, like, you know what I mean? I joke around about, you know what I mean, sleeping with white women and making grandkids and you know what I mean? Changing racism one sperm at a time and everything. But so, you know what I mean? So in a way, like there's somewhat force to change their mind, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I mean? I'm going to, you know what I mean? I'm going to accept this baby, that this is this, and you know what I mean? And like, they sitting there like you said, change their mind for a little bit, no, but you know what I mean, some of the thoughts are still in the back of their heads, and also when different things occur, whatever, I'm like, oh, I told you they was like this, you know what I mean? So I think people can change, but I don't think they can fully change. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some people, they try not to be racist or try not to be prejudiced or want to pretend or to seem like
pretend, yeah.
What Molly say? More black people was murdered by cops
under Obama.
under by cops under Obama. Well, that just shows that there was murders and stuff going on here before the migrants came. So that don't prove that. That just proves that what America always been a place where they murder, pillage, and plunder. Remember, this used to be a prison. So they sent all their ne'er-do-wells and lackluster people out of Europe that they didn't want in Europe to America and Australia. You gotta remember that. So under a lot of different administration, people was killed, more cops was killed, more black people was killed by the cops and this and that. Look, that just goes to show that migrants wasn't doing the killing. Okay, that's all that shows. But what about
Well, you heard what he said. You heard what Al Sharpton said. I told y'all, it's all a gimmick. I mean, first off, Al Sharpton ain't said nothing in a long time. He in trouble too. He was there when they killed Martin Luther King. He part of it too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't trust him either. He the FBI told him.
But he told us not to trust the numbers in the polls. So if we can't trust the numbers in the polls, how are we going to trust the numbers in the vote?
I told y'all, AI voting. I told y'all, everything is set up already. It's not funny. My neighbors tell me all the time, so Kiana, you all right. When I told my mom Kamala Harris might be president, my mom was laughing at me. Now she said, Kiana, how did you know? She said, you told me a year ago. I got all this stuff. The Simpsons said it. First, I'm from Oklahoma. So the Simpsons we already connected with the Simpsons. So who gonna be president? Who do you think gonna be president? You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Whoever is president, they all together.
But
they
if
all
AI is controlling stuff, don't you think AI is gonna fix it to make sure that Trump's get in again? Because Kamala ain't got no money like that to pay these computers, to pay these people off, to pay these countries off. Kamala,
yeah, I mean, I think Donald will be president because she's a woman president.
No, not because of that, but because of money. Money.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, other countries, guy said it last night, other countries do not respect women in power.
That's true.
So it's going to be war. If you do get it, it's going to be war. If he get it, it's going to be war. It don't matter who get it. You gotta get ready to pack your bags.
I believe that if we go by that 2025, we're going to be removed from NATO. We're going to break down the government. A lot of government agencies that's here will be no longer existence. It will turn from a democracy. This really ain't a democracy for real, because the democracy is ran for the people, by the people. We the people, we have, and we feel like we have no say so in nothing. It's all the people that's at top, the people with the money that run the country, because they the ones with the say so, and we just the one that carry out whatever they say. So, you know, and that's it. That's how it is. That's how it's feel. And when they get 2025 in, y'all gonna see the great divide, the difference. It's going to be money. We're going to be slaves to money because it's going to be hard to get, hard to make. And that's how the people, the elite, is going to continue to have their foot on your neck. You know, and just because you take a mugshot do not mean that we a people of color, it does not make you communicate with us. I haven't had a mugshot. A lot of people I know in my circle of people of color don't have mugshots. I don't relate to mugshotting people. Do I know people that has it? Yeah, I have. But they're undesirables and ne'er-do-wells, a lot of them. So are you saying that you're a criminal? Are you saying that you're undesirable and ne'er-do-well? Are you saying you're a jailbird? Most of the people that got mugshots actually spent some time in jail. You got a mugshot. How much time was he in jail? How much time did he spend in jail? I mean, let's talk about it. Did he go to jail for what he did? 34 indictments? No, he got off. Did he spend a day? He didn't spend a day in jail, right? So most people with mug shots get that when they go to jail. How you gonna get a mug shot and then go home? I don't understand that.
So all 34 indictments are dropped?
I don't know what they did. He had 90 something, right?
Right.
So where's the other 60 something? The judge, I don't know what they did. The judge dropped it, so I heard. So he got to get out of jail free card again. I don't,
Like
David,
Monopoly.
this is I can't believe. I can only believe half of what I see, and they said none of what you hear, right? You got to go on a research or on a hunt for the damn truth, because there's so much news and propaganda and people up there distracting people and putting stories out there. You actually gotta uncover, look, and research. That's if you want to know the truth. A lot of people are happy with just not knowing, without knowing the truth. Ignorance is bliss. A lot of people like, I don't want to take the blue pill. Just keep me with the red pill. They don't want to know. And look, and that's your business. That's your thing. But I just want people to know, whatever choice you choose to make them be informed about it. Don't say you didn't know, because you people out there in the know. Just say, I don't want to do it. Why can't people say that? Why can't people say, oh, I know what Trump's doing, I don't care, I just want to vote for him? Why can't people say that? Why can't people say, I know Biden not a good candidate, but I don't care, I just want to vote for him? That's because nobody want to be accountable for nothing. So don't nobody want to get the blame for that. They don't want to hear this. Well, that's your president. That's who you voted for. You voted for him. So people like Toby Nigwe say, most these sheeples move like goats. These acting like they sheep, but they really goats. They and I'm like, this is something. This is really something. This is Turn Up Tuesday. I'm just turning up the heat on the political arena, because a lot of people, I cannot believe. I talked to people yesterday. They didn't know about Biden. They didn't know about Kamala. They didn't know. It's like, well, where you been? What you know about? I can tell you about P. Diddy. I can tell you where R. Kelly next album coming out. I can tell you. I'm sorry, but Diddy at the mansion party is not going to help you if they pass certain laws to take away certain rights and benefits for people. That's all I'm saying. That part is funny. Look, y'all probably see me moving around. I'm looking for my phone. I knew I had my phone. I don't know where my phone went. But did you have anything to say or to add, David?
Oh, when you was talking about R. Kelly, they got a video R. Kelly performing for the prisoners or whatever, and the song he was singing was Bump and Grind, I think it is, and I think that's the wrong song to sing.
Prison?
Yeah, the wrong song to sing in prison, but
David, we're talking about the politics that they know about you talk about R. Kelly in prison. See, you don't know nothing about Kamala, but you know about R. Kelly in prison. That's my point. But
I mean, I would have said the same thing if Trump was indicted in prison and singing Bump and Grind.
But Trump didn't get not one day. But that's just it. That's the difference between power, real power, and not the power that y'all watching on TV, but the real power. And if you got power, if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't.
I mean, I sound like a broken record. When it comes to politics.
Politics.
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Biden's in office, if Trump's in office, if Harris in office, if Sharpton's in office. They don't have control or say of anything. They are just puppets. You know what I mean? They're the scapegoats. So when things are going bad, we can say, "Oh, we knew we shouldn't voted for whoever," or things go good. You know what I mean? So there's there's a force beyond them that's in control. Even when you was talking about earlier, talking about the whites fleeing Europe to come over here, and I keep on saying they were fleeing Rome. You know what I mean? Rome had control. I know in the history books it says England, but England was still under,
because that's what they are. The Europe, it was Europe. That's why they came here. They're from Europe.
And to this day, Rome still has control. So
yeah, that is
the
weird.
Vatican.
Isn't that weird?
The Vatican.
You know,
The
there's some other stuff with that. That's going to be on the Tall Tale Thursday, because it is all this backing, and it goes profit when you go prolific, when you talk about the prophecy, when you talk about history, when you talk about the Bible, it all ties in and link in, and then you look and you be like, wow.
Yep.
Do y'all remember? It was so funny that it's the old movie, right? And everybody keeps saying and talking about it too. It's called The Omen, right? Where 1, 2, 3, the Antichrist was going to take the head of the political realm. That stuff was based from the Bible and from what they said. Rome's supposed to be the beast with the little horn and all of that stuff. In America is supposed to be the great whore Babylon, because we welcome everybody in our shores to do whatever. And it got into politics, and they were talking about that, how the Antichrist, and that's Antichrist don't mean a monster demon, just anything against Christ. If you don't believe in Christ, you don't have to be people saying that this great dragon monster. That's what they think of when they hear the Antichrist. But anti is mean anti, against, the opposite of. So just so y'all know that. And they're saying that he's getting into politics, right? He's going to break America down, the political realm. America won't be America anymore, and all of this stuff, right? So when you look at it, what's going on now, and when you think about what they want to come for the future, some people say that we want to make America great again. Some people say America was never great, because they spell in America with 3 Ks. Some people say that if Trump don't get this election, when the vote is going to be riding, they're going to go off, right? And all of that still may happen. All of that may what's to stop any of it? Look at how they did on January the 6th. And they was just fighting themselves and each other, and they was fighting the political government at the time. They was trying to get into the Senate. They was trying to tear them folks up, because Mayor Bowser, she told close the government, everybody, y'all stay home for this, because it's like they knew something was going to happen. Why did you tell everybody to say? Because you knew this. It's like it was all staged. It was actors. It seemed like that this was all worked out, because several people, they said, lost their life, several, right? You ain't hear no more about them people no more. You ain't hear no memorial. You ain't hear. It's like it's ghost. What happened on January the 6th is ghost. It's gone. It's dirtier than disco. Then you got a man, they got him on trial for all of these people that supposedly got hurt, got killed. How you let him get off? If he was the head of this coup, or all those indictments and stuff, and he got off, and he was the reason that 7 people lost their lives, but you let him walk. You let him walk. Okay? Because what? Why? Because the color of his skin. Because had he been black, he'd have been serving 7 consecutive life sentences. Because we don't get a fair shake. This is not our America. This is their America with KKK. Like I said, KKKs. Like I said, I didn't make this world. I wanted to be a better place for my children, my grandchildren, and so forth. We just trying to live in it, and we trying to live in it fairly. But that'll never happen until we can put all our differences aside and not get away with all the differences aside from the Democrats and the Republicans, but classism. Phil says it all the time, classism. This is what separates us. Because this is what separates us. Because if you got the money, you got the power. If you got the money, you could get off with 34 indictments. Oh, you ain't got the money, then you got to sit in jail. And I've seen that no matter how small the level. My uncle did 18 months in jail for nothing. He didn't even do nothing. All he did was protected himself. But you know why he's had to stay in jail? Because we didn't have the money to bail him out. So he did nothing, but they kept him. They got that money from the government for that year. And he's a disabled person. Now the government pays jails and prisons, what now it's $42,000 a year to keep him. He only get $16,000 on his disability. So the government paid the jails more to keep him than they would if he was out on the streets. And he ain't hurt nobody. He ain't did shit. But they kept him for 18 months for nothing. This is our judicial. This is stuff we need to change. Why can't people that did nothing, why do they got to bail out at such a high rate? You know these people ain't got no money.
Right.
But you got killers and everything that go to court, throw money on the table, and they out walking. But somebody that protected themselves from getting hurt is in jail while the killer that did the crime is out walking. That's what we need to change. We need to sit down and rewrite some stuff. That's what we want them to do. But no, if they could write out 2025, why can't they write out something to overhaul this judicial system, overhaul the educational system, overhaul this so more people can make this. This is control. This is what we fight for. We fight for money because we ain't got it. The poor against the poor, robbing each other. All I'm trying to do on Turn Up Tuesday is turn up the heat and the fire to make y'all think. Not y'all as in y'all in color. Make all of y'all think, no matter what color you are. And when you're born in racism, it's kind of hard to put your thinking because you're programmed that way.
Right.
So I can't.
That's what I'm saying.
You can't say, oh, in 2014, I was a member of the KKK. Now I invited 2 black people over to my house. No, that don't work.
But even though you invited them black people, you still, like I said, like I said earlier, you know what I mean? You could somewhat change, but you still have them thoughts. So, okay, you invited them 2 black people, but how many times was you watching them?
Oh, the whole time. They don't trust us. They say, right. Oh, I'm not racist or I'm not liberal, and don't trust us. Like Kate, like who was it? Can't trust us. Public Enemy wrote a song about the can't trust. No, they don't. They're not going to trust us. And should we trust them either? You know, we lay our burdens down just like you be on the back of the truck somewhere drug across the road because you think, oh, then let me get you a ride. Okay, yeah. And then that was the last ride you ever take.
They're even making the robots racist. You been in like Martins and stuff when they have like that robot that follows you around and stuff.
Good morning. That bad boy. Martins. They have robots that follow you around now.
Yeah. What is it called?
JoJo.
Like that. JoJo, you know about the robots, whatever that follow around at Martins? I forgot his name. Down here, I forgot his name. Skippy or something, I don't know what. But yeah, it mainly follows black people, mainly me. every time I go in there, that bad boy is following me almost every hour.
I did not know they had AI following people around in the stores. That's good. That's ingenious. That's smart. But you racial profiling because they following the black people. It'd be the white people that's stuffing their shirts and stuff. Because remember, they ain't gonna have money either. They're gonna be in this still in the trying to get up on the next level too. Right. So they could follow us around all they want. We ain't gonna do nothing but the white boy steal whatever he want out the store. I'm gonna go around the corner and buy it from him. You see what you stole this big ass out the store? Okay, bet. I walk around the store and let them follow me. Y'all follow me. Look at me over here. Because he got my grocery list. Because he getting my product. To follow me. Y'all follow me. I ain't buying nothing out this store. and I'll go right around the corner and say, "Oh, what, Jimmy? You okay? Thank you. Here you go."
No, you're right. In Annapolis, listen, every time I see the white guy, man, he has hats, jackets, everything. I got all types of stuff. I'll be looking good over here.
Book bags. Yep.
And that's the hustle man mentality. That's the survival mentality kicking in. You know, and it's going to get worse. So when the elite get to elite, when they started doing their thing and they having the money, it's not going to be color separate us. It's going to be money that separate us. But those who have will and those who won't is going to whoop those who do got ass. That's what's going to happen. It's just. I just want people just to think about some things, before they formulate an opinion or idea. Go back in history, go back in the past, look a little bit. That's what the history for. It's his story, but if you read his story, you'll know where he coming from. You be like, I read this, I seen this, I know this. That's all I'm saying. That's why we perish, because lack of knowledge. I'm just trying to inform people. Like I said, I got up with this on my mind because yesterday people said they didn't know about Biden, they didn't know about Kamala, they didn't know about none of this stuff. And all today was Turn Up Tuesday, was to turn up the heat on the political arena, just to show a glance of what's going on and what's to come. Changes is going to come, but what changes are going to come? The change is definitely going to come. What they are, right? That part we don't know. That part I don't know. Move something. That's all I'm saying. Put some action behind your word. If I believe that this is going to happen, I need to do something to counteract that from happening. All I can do is my little piece. If I do my little piece, I can have my little say. So when they come and say, "Did you such and such? Did you such and such?" Yes, I did. Now what? Now what? I did. Did you count the votes? I did. Did you? And what? And what happened? So that's all. So you move something, say your action, and then
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I could choke you. I
just wanted to chime in on what Althea said. I don't have any energy. Ugh, okay. So I tell stories to correlate what you said. And the story that I got for this one is at work, they wanted to put me outside. No, wait, scratch that. At work, I forgot to cancel the Jeff Dunham concert. I told you guys before how I felt about the Jeff Dunham concert, and I didn't want to work it again. But I forgot to cancel it, so they sent me the little work thingy, and if I called out or if I canceled in less than 24 hours, I get in trouble. So I had to go. So when I get there, I make up every excuse in the book not to work so that they can send me home. I was like, "Y'all got too many people, send me home." They was like, "No, we don't." I was like, "Okay, y'all got early out, send me home." They was like, "No, we don't." I was like, "I don't want to work down in the pit, send me home." They was like, "No, you can work at the door." I said, "I don't want to work at the door. I don't want to hear what you got to say." So they took me in the back and sat me down and put me at the snack table. Now I had water, I had snacks, I had a seat, and they was like, "Will you stay now?" And I was like, I ran out of excuses other than just getting up and saying, "Fuck y'all, I don't want to be here." So when you run out of excuses, like you were saying out there, did you check the votes? Yes. Did you vote? Yes. Did you, check the polls? Yes. They're out of
telling the truth though, Brenda. Why couldn't you say I feel uncomfortable because
I did. I said that at the beginning. I said that at the beginning. They wasn't trying to hear me when I said that. I kept saying that.
So they didn't care if you was a black lady and they was making nooses up in the show.
Nope.
They said, "Oh, we gonna hate these niggas," and you sitting there like, "I want to leave. I feel uncomfortable." They was like,
"Nope." They gave me a place to be comfortable. They sat me way in the back. and there's this little snack room. I just brought that story up to say this. Make sure that you've done all you had to do. And then if they still do it, that you can say that you did all you could do. Yeah. And if somebody came in and was like, Brenda, why the fuck you at the KKK comedy show? I could say, I did all I could to get out of it. They wouldn't let me out.
Them black jobs, Brenda. You got black jobs.
I felt like I was kidnapped. I was like, let me go home. They were like, yeah, no. So just, out there, anybody who hears the sound of this video and voting, just like Althea said, just do everything in your power, whether you think it works or not, because you just never know what works, what don't. We all thought Donald Trump would be in prison right now, but he ain't. So that shows you we don't know everything. So just, do all that you are supposed to do and then let the chips fall where they may. As Phil Page said, he votes for the right to complain. So even if you don't think it works, if you complain, you need to vote. If you don't vote, shut the fuck up. Really. Period.
Kiani, Dave, you got anything to say to add to that?
No. I'm just listening.
Well, we got 7 minutes left to the show. Brenda, you want to tell them about Sauce in the City and the recap show tonight? Because I'm tired.
I am
under the bed.
I know that's right. I gotta go cash my check. And when you gotta go cash your check, that's supposed to be exciting. You're supposed to be up, excuse me, before day in the morning so you could go cash your check. And I'm over here like I can't move. But Sauce in the City. Woo! All right. Tonight, the recap episode where we will rehash all the shenanigans that went on last night. And boy, did we have some shenanigans. That's probably why we are tired, because we had to call each other after the show and talk some more about it, because I had to hand out a lot of Band-Aids and peroxide last night. So the fight was off the chain. One of the best episodes, I could say. I think it's only my second favorite, though. My first favorite was between you and David Green. That will be number one in my book, where you just would not let him win. That is the number one video in my book of all time, because it was the best top 3 that I had ever seen. But last night's episode was dope because we had 2 of the funniest females that I know in the ring together, and they gave us a show.
So yeah, definitely.
You guys definitely need to tune into that one. And come hang out with us tonight where we go over it all. Gwen is coming. She'll be a little late, but she'll be there. Althea, hopefully, Funny Man Green. Anybody who wasn't on the episode is welcome to come. I want to hear what y'all have to say about the episode. And we're just going to rehash, some of the funny moments and cut up. And we didn't win any money, but it was the best episode. I think that's why it wasn't my number one favorite. It's because y'all didn't win no money. If y'all had won money on top of that battle between you and Gwen, that would have been my number one episode, because I'd have been so happy. But chips fell where they may. Come hang out with us tonight, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What is it? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 8 p.m. Central. We're going to have some fun, and hopefully Rodney will not be drunk by tonight. And hopefully everybody will have gotten just a little bit of sleep, maybe a nap in between.
Get ready to get mine now.
I know I need one right now. Like not now, but right now.
No, right. I'm going to crawl, like I said, under the bed because I'm half. But I do want to give kudos to my boo, David Green.
Oh, yay. Yes, let's talk about it.
I just want to give a 1 minute commentary on the fight last night. You had the Beast won, you had Funny Man David Green, and you had Randy Holton, aka Sleepy Joe. They kept calling Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
So Randy was called out. So Randy was like, I'm gonna get Beast and David Green. I'm gonna get, so they went up. Because Beast was like, we go both of us to beat Randy. Any of us could beat Randy, because Randy was the softball, right? So Randy said, well, Beast, you go first. Beast went in the ring, rah, rah, rah. Oh, but time was out. We didn't get the chance to get the TKO 1-2 knockout punch because Beast was a little liberated and wanted to give, just get his joke off. Oops, I'm about to fall.
No, that's because he thought he took for granted. He took Funny Man Green and he took Randy for granted. He thought he was gonna come in.
But that's because the last time he had to battle Funny Man Green was laying down, eating pieces, legs in the air, and he was going and whatever. But after Funny Man Green, y'all know the episode of Rocky when Burgess Meredith, the old man, was in Funny Man Green's ear, and I didn't know he was going to battle the Beast, but I said, whoever you battle, it got to be good, whatever you do. I said, so get it together. And I talked to Funny Man, and I talked to him for a couple of weeks, and then I not Funny Man. Called him, talked to him, look, we're going to do this. He came out last week. He tested the waters. I'm like, okay. Then, bop, 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 we're going to do this. Bop, 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 weave, fake. Southpaw, uppercut, jab. Funny Man came out swinging, y'all. Nobody out the blue. And it was so cute what he did. And he knocked everybody out the water. And he was hilarious when he did it. And I got to give him a round of applause. And he did his thing. Randy,
hold on. Let's give him the round of applause. You got to make the sound effect.
And all Randy could do was say, skibbity. Like, Randy, what the hell is you talking about?
We're going to go over that. We're going to go over what he said. We're going to go over Randy's set tonight because I got to slow it down or no, wait, I got to speed it up so that I can catch everything that's going together because I'm pretty sure it's funny. Maybe it just need to be sped up. And like you said, Althea, hey, y'all tuning in today, tomorrow, and beyond, y'all young comedians. Althea McFarland's camp for y'all is open. She's taking customers. Look at the wonderful job she did with Funny Man Green. And y'all see the difference between coaching because I tried with Funny Man Green. Remember the calls? I called him and I was like, what are you doing? We need you to win. Get in there and fucking win. Because I know David Green, when he gets comfortable, he doesn't stutter. I'm going to go back and find video in the past with David Green performing on my show where there was no stuttering. I used to forget that he stuttered because he never did it. So I forgot that he did it. And now come back the trauma. It had to be the trauma. Come back and here he go with the stuttering thing. And last night you killed it. You nailed it. Whatever Althea said to you, you nailed it. I couldn't have been more proud. I was like, you did the Michael Jackson thing. And I know that that's one of your staple jokes. Because remember, I know you.
Right.
So I know that joke. And I thought you forgot about how you used to sing and, do the My Turn for Comedy. You were around when we were doing the roast battle and all of that stuff. And you never stuttered. And last night you held it under control. You controlled it and it came out. And you only said a couple of whatevers. I think you only said like one or two.
I don't even think he said that when he did his skit, but He did his thing.
Yes, he
And,
did.
I was like,
you almost got beat though by Randy because you was playing around and you was thinking that Randy was a soft touch. And he had a good night last night. You almost got knocked out the box that first time that you messed with him.
never take anybody for granted or never underestimate anybody. You shouldn't. That's the first rule of engagement, first rule of war. I mean, not saying that we won, but when you going head to head, you never underestimate your opponent. Wax on, wax off. Wax on, wax off.
He came up with a few. I thought, no lie, I thought he was gonna say something like, I like cars. Cars go fast. And when I get in a car, no, forget it. We don't have cars. You know what I mean? I thought that.
But he talked about old music. He didn't like old music. I was like, huh? Who don't like?
Yeah.
He meant to say he don't like cassette tapes and tape decks and 8-tracks and stuff like that. But
all I know is you almost got your bell rung that first round with Randy. And I was like, David, you better play with it, don't play with it. What did you say out there? Is that
play
right?
with it, but don't play with it. That's
right.
Yeah.
And Brenda, I thought
came to slay, not to play, David.
I thought we was doing a 60-minute spit on the same topic.
I thought y'all was too.
Yeah, so I already had some things.
I know.
In mind,
so
you gotta. He was like, and this, and I was like, oh shoot! I was like, I
hadn't thought about that.
Though. She gave you a good topic.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
She gave both of y'all actually good topics.
Yeah.
I just didn't know where to go with it. You know, you got to be quick on your feet with the funny. You got to think fast on your feet with the funny.
Right. Yeah.
And y'all have to, as I was telling out there last night, never be afraid to be great. Like, you gonna hurt feelings. People gonna be mad at you when if you win. I ain't gonna say that y'all beat anybody because that's so violent and that's not where we're going with this. But if you win because of your funny, you just have to be ready to take that. You got to be ready to have the bullseye on your back. And Funny Man Green, you hadn't even won shit. I think you won like 2 times out of 9, and you had a bullseye. Beast got a hard on for you.
I know he wanted me to go 3 times. I said if somebody don't,
David, and I know how it is when people got a hard on you. You ain't gonna be able to shake it until you shake it.
That's right. You under the number 1, and they get a hard on for her when she show up on the screen because she's been in the top 3 7 out of 9 times. 7 out of 9 times. Let me repeat that. 7 out of 9 times she's been in the top 3. So yeah, they're gonna pick on her because they want to be in the top 3. They want other folks to be in the top 3. But you got to be funny. And Funny Man Green, you earned your little spot up there. You kept hiding. I saw you. You was like, let me turn off the camera. Maybe they won't see me.
Well, you guys tune in tonight as we do the recap of the show. This has been the Morning Mac Show. Tomorrow is Wellness Wednesday. And if I don't get no sleep,
we ain't going to be well. None of us. And shout out to Beast, who did the show on 3/4 of a bottle of Tito's or whatever he had.
He was there this morning. He showed up. Beast got back in the bed. Beast in the bed with his dog. I'm about to go.
Oh, dang. Oh, yes, I'm about to do it with y'all. Morning Mac Show. I hope more people will start turning up, but it is super early, so I get it. Comedians are nocturnal creatures. But if y'all can wake up early enough to get on this show, look it out there. She yawning. I'm half to dead. David Green looks to be full of energy, and that's because he won last night.
No.
You finally get it.
CMOS.
CMOS. Molly
CMOS.
Moss.
I
Okay.
gotta get some more. We'll talk about that tomorrow on Wellness Wednesday. So this has been the Morning Mac Show, Turn Up Tuesday. Molly, take us out. Take us home, Molly.
Take us to the promised land.
Today's my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday, David's dad.
Happy
Great
birthday.
job. Daddies matter too, and you matter.
Today is my uncle's birthday. Oh my gosh. I'm the family. Happy birthday. He old. Y'all know how old he turned?
How old?
He's 65. Today. I love you, Uncle Stanley.
I thought you was gonna say like 90 something. You said you know how old he turned. I'm like,
yeah, that's my
90. You know, you're like 65, but 65 is good. I hope for another 15 years. So happy birthday to them. Happy birthday to them.
You guys.
Happy birthday.
So it's other people's birthday today too, and I just want to tell them all too, happy birthday. Don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my bad mind. I can't remember everything anymore because I'm sleep deprived right now. I don't even know what day it is.
Well, we had a great show, and you know what? When I was younger, going in to work the night after I partied all night, as long as I had a good time, it was worth it. If I had a horrible time,
Well, see, that's because our body was conditioned differently. I've been to work on 15 minutes of sleep. You go from the club, you go home, or you go to school. The next day, when I was in taking my college class and then rolling up your head, you fall asleep. Oh, damn it, I burnt my head. You know, done burnt your neck. So I got all kinds of battle wounds. And then, but you go next day, and this is before we had energy drink. All we had was regular coffee, y'all.
That we was going on. We didn't even have espressos, not readily available like that.
The next night, we're like, woo, woo.
But now we old bitches and old dudes, and it is time to go take a nap.
Because we still supposed to be acting young, but we feel like we old at the age of 50. We supposed to be old at 70 and above, but now we all broke down. You know, like I told my sister, she was going out with her and her girlfriends. All of them is under 50, but all of them got 70-year-old diseases. Oh, my hip replacement, heart condition, renal failure, asthma. I'm like, y'all just a car full of old broke down hoes.
Yep.
Oh my
under 50.
Yep.
Oh,
you know what?
Under 50.
I can say this. I am not old at 50, but I am trying to preserve because it's not going to get any better from here. So I'm trying to sleep more. I'm trying to, stay in a cold house so that my body, and I'm almost trying to, what do they call it? Cryogenically preserve myself. Like, I don't want no wrinkles. I don't want no hip replacements. I don't want diabetes. I don't want none of that stuff.
Like women say, good black don't crack. But what Althea say, you sure as hell can stretch it. My black don't crack, but it sure as hell was stretched.
Absolutely.
Don't get it twisted. Like I said, you can stretch yourself a different colors. You can stretch yourself. You can start off darker and you stretch that joint and stretch that joint.
Well, or to you white like Michael Jackson. But I'm just trying to preserve what God has gave me, what I got left. So nap time is very important because when the bags come, it takes me a whole 2 weeks to get rid of them. It takes me a day to get them, but it takes me 2 weeks to get rid of them.
2 weeks, damn.
So Molly, where's the music?
I'm being Molly today.
Althea, you going to bar 919 tomorrow?
Yes, sir. You gonna be there?
I think so. I think so.
Oh, yeah, David, work out some more material. I love you guys. Brenda, I'll see you and David tonight on the recap. Brenda, we got to discuss some recaps. It's funny. All right, I love you guys. Don't forget tonight, recap the Pulse of the City. She said if you wasn't there, you want to come in to the recap show, because it is broadcasted live and comment, you can do so. Come laugh with us, y'all. Tomorrow, well, let's go to the next one. The Bar 919.
Shout out to the Gwen Factor. Love you. Thank you for taking my show to another level. You rock. I can't wait to see you tonight.
Nice show.
All right.